welcome to another
Pencilish
Animation
Weekly Recap.
Recap.
It's the best time of the year.
It is Christmas time.
Fa la 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 la.
And we're happy to be here with you guys.
We're so excited to be so merry with you all.
Ansley, I think we have, and I haven't looked at the numbers. I'm not a numbers guy, but I think we have about 100 loyal followers so far.
I think we have more
recap.
Towards 200 loyal followers.
No, we're growing.
200 people that are just sitting here listening to us banter.
I hope you guys watch
Just
the whole thing.
Listening to us hang out. I feel like it might be skipped through. I probably would.
But
I
mean, if you're going to do that, why would you come back the next week?
Exactly. And we're going more but for like a podcast vibe. We're not just trying to hit you with the fast facts.
This is a podcast with pictures. Yep.
And that's all the rage, Dad.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I knew that.
Podcasts now start video recording and posting it to YouTube, aka the Bancroft Animation Podcast.
I do that.
I know, but a lot of them do because a lot of them people like to watch it.
Yeah.
Because you can see a lot of nonverbal cues. Like, all the times I'm like judging you, like.
And I'm like, what did she just say? Like,
yeah, they need that.
Uh-huh.
A lot of it's nonverbal between us. We're so silly.
It was silly.
We're so
That's
silly.
where the humor comes from.
Yeah, all the humor.
Nonverbal
I bet you guys
humor.
just giggle all night long watching these.
Remembering something Ansley said.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Remember when Tom said that?
I bet there's young
silly.
couples that reminisce over dinner and they're like, did you see the Bancroft?
Oh yeah, I know. Did you watch it tonight?
Did you watch
Oh my
Ansley?
gosh.
She was hilarious.
It comes out on Friday. Think about I bet all the couples stay in on Fridays and watch it.
Let's not go out tonight, honey.
Yeah, come
Let's
on,
watch
honey.
Animation
It's
Recap.
the premiere of the Animation Weekly Recap.
I can't wait.
I'm dead. If anybody does that, please comment so that we could just feel wanted.
Nobody's ever done that once.
The comments also, by the way, are there's maybe one or two.
Please comment if you do that and you don't have a loved one to go to dinner with, and we'll pray for you.
It's okay to be single.
No, it's fine. No, I just if you're watching us instead of going out.
Then they're doing it right.
Oh, yes.
You say something every week that could get yourself canceled.
I know.
You know that.
Well, I was trying to be helpful for if they want that.
No, don't comment that.
Anyway,
Ignore him.
We may have to cut that
We love
out.
you no matter what. That was
I
pretty
can't
good
do
that
that.
time. No, that was pretty good.
Yeah, you got to straighten your thumb, right? Because I always do like this, and it's a C. But there it is. Boof.
Boom. Love ya. Anyways, let's get started.
I think we should.
I think we should, before you say anything else that'll get you canceled.
And we may edit so much of that out.
We probably won't.
I hope so.
No, because I'm Philip's boss. And I tell him I'm just
You're like, no.
I'm like, keep it, Philip.
As long as it was Tom doing it. Yeah. All right.
Anyways.
You got some fun stories?
Let's get into it. We do have some fun stories.
Story number 1.
You cut me off.
Sorry.
Some that are friends and family of us.
Yeah.
Friends, actually. Actually, you too, so family.
Yeah.
Minno nets global rights to the Dead Sea Squirrels from VeggieTales co-creator Mike Naraki.
I know Mike Naraki. He's a very good friend of mine.
Congrats! That's awesome.
Yeah, so Mike co-created VeggieTales. He's the voice of Larry the Cucumber. Do you remember growing up and me working for VeggieTales?
Yes.
And
I recall it very fondly.
Some premieres. Did you ever do a voice?
I thought I did.
Yeah, your older sister Lexi.
She did the pea flying through the air. I thought I did too.
I think you did a chorus thing where a bunch of kids were singing.
Yeah.
Which ended up being like a bunch of little peas.
Because I have such an angelic voice, and they were like, "We really need you, Ansley.
We need you. Get in here."
Yeah, that's kind of how I remember it going.
That's the garage.
Anyways, yeah. This is really awesome. So I'll read the synopsis.
You got to give the title away because I always think it kind of gets in the Bible groups. It gets a laugh. Go ahead. What's the title?
The Dead Sea Squirrels.
Get it? All right. Keep going.
Brings to life literally the tales of Merle and Pearl, a pair of squirrels who are old enough to have heard Jesus' teachings in real time. Yet they are vibrant enough, thanks to their new human pal Michael, to go on hilarious adventures in America with a group of fifth grade friends. Hijinks ensue as this salty couple reanimate and take their new friends on an adventure full of action, humor, music, and character building. Sorry, that got hard there.
The salty couple, because they get like salts. That's how they. I can't remember how you explain that, but anyway, they get salt encrusted, and that's what preserves them to then be rehydrated into our. It's very scientific, into our world,
Right.
Our present day.
Well, this is extremely exciting. So, when did this get into the works?
So what's fun about this? So right before I launched Pencilish Animation Studios, hi, all you erasers, I had got contacted by Mike, he'd done a children's book series of this idea, Dead Sea Squirrels, and they were Captain Underpants kind of style.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. That was very much kind of what he was, So anyway, he had a publishing deal already, and then somebody came along and said, it's a long story, but I'll finance a animated series. And so they got an investor, and it was Steve Taylor, who's the producer of it, who's also a friend, and Mike. And then they came to me and they said, hey, how do we make this? And that was kind of my part. Was I helped set up an animation pipeline for it. I did.
Really? I didn't know this.
I adapted the character designs and did turn sheets for all the characters.
Really?
Yeah. Literally in 2 months or something. I kind of had to do a lot.
It was COVID times.
It was. Yeah. So it was over a little bit of time, but in general, most of that happened over about 2 months. And yeah, you're right. It was right around as COVID had broken out. And so, because I think it was the summer of 2020. And then right after that, we launched our WeFunder for Pencilish Studios. And so I had to bow out. So I helped work on the pilot, and I helped kind of set everything up, found an animation studios in New Zealand to do the work, and then even had some students at Lipscomb work on it and stuff. So a lot of the storyboarding, character design, all that happened here in the U.S., actually here in Nashville.
One of our very own Pencilish staff, Marinia Gottfried, works on it still.
She still does. That's right.
Yeah.
So they've done, I think, about 2 seasons worth of episodes, and they're 22-minute episodes. So they're meaty.
I didn't realize it was like that. So they have,
I think, 10 or 12 of them done already. I've been working on it for a couple of years. So like I said, 2020. So,
Yeah, so
about 5 years almost.
They acquired exclusive rights, worldwide rights to exhibit and distribute it.
That's Minno, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is really cool. I feel like that's huge because so many times you it's really hard to get the people to actually give in and get the rights and stuff and buy off your series.
Yeah, so I'm sure Mike still owns the IP and everything, but because they had an investor, they didn't have to give everything away. Minno wasn't putting a lot of money in.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It sounds pretty cool though to kind of get your series bought and then somebody else is in charge of the distribution.
Yeah, I mean, unless you have a distribution system, which would be which
he doesn't.
Which he doesn't. But our YouTube channel for Pencilish is a form of a distribution system. So,
so we could.
So yeah, we could do it, and he could have done that too. He could have launched a YouTube, but obviously he's got an investor, so he's trying to go more this route.
He's trying to get it probably to the streaming services, right?
Yeah, that was ultimately his goal, and unfortunately, a lot of them, it's Christian content, and they didn't want the Christian content on it, honestly. The Netflixes and stuff like that.
Lame.
I know. And that's from somebody that created VeggieTales.
Because no matter if you want... I can't find the words. Sorry. I feel like...
You're really upset right now.
No, I'm really not. I just can't find the words. I'm I feel like people like Netflix say that they don't want to go the Christian route because they don't want to pick sides and stuff. But yet they put out so much woke content. I'm so you are picking sides. And it would be smarter to put out Christian content because there's a heck of a lot of those.
Well, let's face it. They have, 99.9% of their content is what you call secular content. for everybody, right? And well, it's not satanic, but it's, you know what I mean? It's secular content. So like having one or two shows that have some faith element to it, I mean, how's that dangerous?
Right, you have one or two that are themed towards a lot of other things.
Yeah.
That are the opposite of faith related.
That's kind of what I was saying.
So I would think, why not throw in a Christian? I don't know. Give it a go.
Okay. Yeah, you're getting canceled. Okay.
I just might. Sorry. Actually, this moves us very well into our next article. Article 2. Mixed reviews for a new Netflix Christmas film starring Dundee actor Brian Cox. Odd go of it, but they're talking about the movie That Christmas.
Yeah.
Which we actually have studied up.
Boom.
We both saw it. Yep.
We talked about it, last episode or the episode before that? That something about it. Because it has a certain angle that they were trying. Oh, because it talks about divorce, right?
No. You're thinking of Spellbound. You just watched this movie the other day. Christmas.
Yes.
I mean, yes, it does have divorce. Yes, it
divorce
does.
Story.
But we were talking about Spellbound that time.
Okay.
No, we talked about it a while ago when it was first announced and they let out the trailer is what we talked about. That was a while back.
Yes.
So it did come out. We did watch it. Would you rather me talk about this or should we review first? Recap review.
Yeah, this is going to be kind of a review, obviously, because we just saw it. So,
right. Do you want me to go over? Let's recap review first.
Sure.
Well, number one, I was obsessed. I thought it was like a really, what?
Well, you're kind of yelling. You got excited.
I'm really excited. Yeah. It was such
a
good Christmas movie that it had me like thinking about it the next day. And that's a good one. Like
I agree.
I looked back and I was like, that was so cute.
Yeah.
And it was just really well done. And I even told you, which I totally forgot, but I was telling you how it kind of has like the integrated storylines, almost like Love Actually. And I forgot that it's from the creator of Love Actually, which makes so much sense. But I thought there was a lot of very sweet storylines. And honestly, 9 out of 10 because I had one kink in it that I'll talk about when we go over this review.
Oh, I thought this was the review.
Okay, so it talks about some people loved it, some people hated it. It did about like 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, 59% based on critic reviews, which isn't as good as I thought it would do.
No, it deserves way better than that.
Well, some people hate it because of the opening. That kind of made like a big laugh of the nativity scene, and then it talked about Mary pretty much deciding to Jesus or not. She was like, I'm going to keep my baby. Did you miss all of what that was saying in that?
Well, yeah, no. It was
brief.
They did sing that Madonna song. It was supposed to be like an updated version of a kid's school play.
Right.
The nativity school play. And they played some pop songs, and you were supposed to get to know the character that was putting it on, and she's like supposed to try to be progressive.
Well, she says, I'm going to keep my baby. Like, or I decided I'm going to keep my baby or something like that.
Right. Hinting that she could is what you're saying.
And so a lot of people really dragged the film down because of that. And I will say that first, like, it's only like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes, I literally looked at, because then she gets into the car and she's like, you guys don't like the new time? I don't know. And then they were like, Jesus isn't, she was like, it's supposed to be funny. And they were like, Jesus isn't funny. Or I don't know, something like that.
They did say
I literally looked at
my, like, ooh,
I looked at my fiance and I was like, oh, I fear this is woke.
Yeah.
And he was like, wait, really? But then the entire rest of the movie dropped all of that.
Yeah. Thank
God.
I do think you're right. You could view that, a few of those jokes in that first 5 minutes, honestly, as like going too far. And I did too. I got that vibe. I must admit, I wasn't like, they didn't go quite to the point where I was like. Wasn't enough for me
to turn it off.
Yeah, offended. But it was so borderline.
Yeah,
I was like, ooh, man. I was the same way. I was like, is this going to be the way this is the whole time?
Right, because I was going to turn it off.
You're right.
Let's see.
It's amazing to me. Like, I don't know why they did that because
it's nothing to do with the movie.
No, like the rest of the film.
And the entire movie is like heartfelt, heartwarming, sad at times, a beautiful story, and it just didn't need to happen because it threw off. Like, I feel like they would have had like almost perfect reviews because other than that, 10 out of 10.
I got to say this. So here's another reason to watch it. And by the way, it was directed by Simon Otto, if I remember right. And my brother Tony is friends with him, but nice guy, CG guy, really talented. Was at Disney, if I remember right. There's like a bunch of sub stories. It's kind of like a bunch of.
It's literally Love Actually,
like
animated.
Love Actually, and a few of those other by the
It's so cute.
same director or writer. Anyway, some of the sub stories are really endearing, and they all kind of come together just like Love Actually in the end and stuff. Kind of make one story.
It was beautiful, and they tied up every single storyline. Like I even forgot about Santa mentioning that that Dasher was overworked and that he was like, I need to get myself a self-driving sleigh.
Yeah.
And it even cut with the end credit of Dasher's chilling like this in the cart and they're flying out and he's in a self-drive sleigh.
Yeah.
And you know how Dasher was kind of like flirting with that like sign? And the sign is attached to the front like it's like flying there.
She's not explaining any of this.
I'm not, well.
You'll see after you watch the movie.
And it had a picture and credits.
There's like a running gag between the turkeys. This is not a spoiler. Turkeys and a fox is trying to catch them, and they kind of pop up throughout the movie.
Yeah, and they're so cute.
Yeah,
they were really well
done.
That
was just a couple of those things were really cute little sort of side stories.
I literally can't complain except for that. Like I understand the mixed review, but like listen to this. It's heartfelt. Its heart was in the right place, but unfortunately, it's all a bit of a bore. Well, how were you bored? Because I was exhausted, and then I couldn't go to sleep. I was so giddy after.
I love that.
I was wide awake. I mean, I called you.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, "You've got to see this."
Yeah, and the next night, you and your mom, and me watched it. She fell asleep.
She's hard to keep awake.
Yeah, but I watched the whole thing, and I really enjoyed it. It really gets going. And I was just going to say this: there is a kid that's a child of divorce, and his hope. It's a very tender thing. It's not too much of a spoiler, but he's like hoping his dad will come home and celebrate Christmas with him. He lives with his mom, but the mom works all the time. It actually reminded me a lot of my upbringing. Me and Uncle Tony,
true.
We were kind of latchkey kids too, where we had to take care of ourselves, honestly.
Yeah.
When my mom worked.
Wow, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's very relatable for you.
So it was
really. Yeah. I mean, it was. I literally can't complain. And the teacher coming in, I was just waiting for her to come around. Her storyline broke me.
They had some real good characters and nice characters. Oh, that's what I was going to say.
They had a little child romance.
I know we're going to go on and on about this, but just go watch it. But I will say this. They created a nice world. This is back when I was talking about Simon Otto. Of this sort of
beach town in England.
Sea town. Yeah, I guess.
Wellington on Sea is what it's called.
Yeah.
It's like a
little made up
British beach town. Yes, it was really well done. It made me feel like I was there.
Yeah. So it felt like this tiny little community in this little beach town.
It was really well done.
Yeah, that
they
part
really
was
did
endearing.
set that scene well. Like, they kind of explained the town in a way that you felt like you've been there before. And like you knew the roads almost.
Yeah.
Like you kind of knew where the houses were. They did well at like kind of showing where the buildings and houses were, like where the farm kind of lined up.
Yeah, you're right. Like they go on sort of I won't say what,
overview.
like an adventure at the end. The whole town.
But they start out with the texting and they're doing like a peripheral view
you're
sliding
right.
between the houses. So
I
you're
forgot
kind of
about
like
that.
getting an idea of where everyone in the town is.
Yeah.
It was so well done. And then I thought it was beautiful. Like the character designs and the animation, I thought it was, I literally thought it was so good.
Very fun character designs.
Yeah.
There's two twins in it. That had to remind you of your sisters a little bit.
Yeah, it did. It did. And that was a really sweet one too. And that was honestly the twist I didn't see coming. It was really sweet. It was all in all. I loved it.
4 stars, I think.
No, I'm at like 4.5.
Okay. Yeah.
I could even be 4.9.
I'm going to say 4. I'm going to stick to that.
I'm going to go with 4.9 because there was probably 10 minutes in the beginning I didn't like. And the 4.9 rest of it I did.
So this has been long, but we'll continue on to the next topic.
The next one's quick. Very brief.
Hold on real quick. We didn't say the title enough. It's called That
Christmas.
Christmas.
It's on Netflix and it's like a must watch. Put in the comments like what you thought of it and reviews yourself because I'm interested to hear.
A Love Actually not Love Actually, one of the other movies, right? Yeah, it was Love Actually. There was like a little Easter egg.
Oh yeah, I didn't put it together. They're watching Love Actually.
Yes, I didn't want to say, but anyway, that was.
Well, we're reviewing it. You got to talk about it.
Yeah.
I forgot
It's
about
not a spoiler.
that. It's not. It's like
but
a
it is
quick
an
shot.
Easter egg. Yeah, there's a couple.
Well, I actually picked this article because I knew that this last one would take us long, so this is like literally a 2-minute.
Number 2.
3. Article number 3.
Oh, it is Article 3.
Yeah.
3. Okay.
Okay. 82nd Golden Globe Award nominations are announced.
Yes, I have not looked at what is.
Okay.
Oh, you got it. Oh, good. You got the whole list.
Animated, Best Motion Picture, Flow, obviously. Haven't even seen, hope it wins. Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail?
Yep. I've heard that's an indie film, European. That's getting a lot of buzz.
Moana 2,
All right.
Wallace and Gromit. They definitely just had to fill one more in.
I'm kind of the same way. I'm a little bored of Wallace and Gromit. And
Yeah.
I know some people are still loving it. And then, of course, the last one.
The Wild Robot, which will probably win.
Oh, that has got to be the. Well, it's between that and Inside Out 2, honestly.
Not Moana 2?
I would be shocked if Moana 2 could beat those two films.
Flow just won Europe's version of the Golden Globes. I don't remember what they call it, but Flow won it.
Out of the same list, almost? Or
I have no idea.
some of the same, I bet.
I have no idea.
We'll
I just
assume
saw
Wallace and Gromit was in it.
Yeah, so not shocked by that. Shocked by Wallace and Gromit.
That's a good list, though, I must admit. Like,
It's a big year.
Flow is a European film with a cat that's basically living in an apocalyptic world.
I need to see
And
it. Is that on
makes-
streaming services?
I don't think it's been out yet to streamers.
Then they have no chance.
Yeah, a lot of people have not seen that movie still. But same with the snail, Memoir of a Snail. That's what's going to put them in a hard
Sometimes
spot.
it's the weird ones because the people on the Academy just love to be
Well,
like,
this is Golden
niche.
Globes.
Oh.
This isn't the Academy. It's Golden Globes. But they do say, like, what happens at the Golden Globes kind of is a precursor to what probably or could happen at the Academy Awards. So, or the
I'm
Oscars.
confused.
Academy Awards,
No,
Oscars.
I know. I guess, okay, yeah.
Golden Globes.
It's
It's
fine.
just Golden
Let's
Globes.
not get
Yeah.
into that. Well, looks good. Of course, music on Wicked. There's a bizarre cinematic and box office achievement. Inside Out 2's on that one, and the Wild Robot. Wild Robot has no shot because they actually didn't do
it's
as
a
well.
cinematics and box office achievement. I didn't even know they had that. That must be new. Cinematic and box office achievement award, meaning you
Did well in the box
you
office.
made the most money. That seems like
I'd assume so, but
we would
Wild
already know the
Robot
winner.
has no shot. That's Wicked, yeah. Beetlejuice as if.
But I like that animated fare is going up against live action films.
I do love that because they
Wild
split
Robot.
that on the other one, right?
Yeah, they never put them up because way back when. Here's a little side. Here's some dirt.
T.
Back when Beauty and the Beast came out, it got nominated. It won the Golden Globe, if I remember right, but it got nominated in the Best Picture category, along
and
with
then they
all the
split
live action
eventually.
films. This is the reason they split. And if I remember right, no, it didn't get Best Picture, though.
I feel like that was Lion King, I thought.
Now I can't remember. But anyway, Hollywood got very upset that animated things could potentially be up against their real films. It was very stupid.
As if.
And so they separated it.
That pisses me off. You put a person in front of a camera, these people hand drew everything that you're seeing.
Thank you. I agree.
Please.
So anyway,
Okay, well,
best original
score, The Wild Robot is on there.
Oh, Hans Zimmer for Dune Part 2. Ooh, that's going to be hard to beat.
The rest?
Chris Bowers is the guy that did the composing, the music for The Wild Robot. He's pretty new, I think, Chris Bowers.
Well, what an
He did a
achievement
good job.
for him.
Yeah, he did an amazing job.
Just to be even considered.
Yeah, you never know.
You really never know. So, honestly, this is
Wait,
super
what's
cool.
best television series drama? Oh, so there.
Random one. Squid Games.
Yeah, but what's in there that's animated?
None of that. This is just a list of the actual ones that came out.
Oh.
There's just animated ones in every category almost. Like, they're kind of killing it.
There's more categories than this, isn't there?
I think these are the tops.
Oh, okay.
Like, the top nominations to get.
I think there is an anime. Hold on. Day of the Jackal. No. Slowpoke. Okay, whatever. I guess you're right.
I have no idea. I've never heard of half of those.
No, those aren't. Yeah, those are live action.
Well,
Anyway.
anyways, animation's taking over the Golden Globes.
Looks like it. Certainly Wild
I
Robot
fear.
is a darling.
So is Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
Honestly, Moana 2.
It's not in all the categories.
It's in one.
Wild Robot is the one that's in, like, what, 3 different categories there?
Yeah, and Inside Out 2 is in 2.
Yeah. So
that's that. If you wanted to know who's nominated for the Golden Globes,
that's it. And
they are on Sunday, January 5th.
and
live
I
on
think the
CBS.
Golden Globes, I'm just going to add this layer. I think the Golden Globes, they're by, the people that vote on them are the press, if I remember right. They're the...
Really?
Yeah, and then the Academy Awards.
It's the Academy.
It's the Academy that are all and they represent people from Hollywood, producers, directors, animators.
Which is so rigged.
Yeah, I know. And so
I
they're
kind
all
of
kind of
almost
like.
appreciate this more.
I know you could say that if you think, that reporters, basically journalists, are.
They have
better.
to study everything, and they're not in the industry
have
being like,
skin in the
oh,
game.
I have friends that were on this film. Let me vote for that.
It's true. Yeah. So.
Okay, so we're Team Golden Globes here.
We are.
Anyways, that's that. I have to go play trivia and win a free trip to Florida, so I've got to go. GTG.
GTG. What's that?
Got to go.
Got to go. You just said it.
I literally just told you
gosh.
what it was.
I am so old. I got a GTW.
Got to go.
Got.
Ansley has got to go.
I'm in a GTW that's get to work. I got more to do.
Right. That's so true.
So thanks for joining us. We had a
love
lot of
ya.
fun. We'll make it better if you didn't like it next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Be sure to subscribe to the Pencilish Studios YouTube channel.